Hey guys, I have something super duper sweet to show you. Today I have the Kandee Johnson Sinful Colors collection. I think this is their collection for spring and it was just released not too long ago, so I'm super excited to get right into the swatches. If you don't know, Kandee Johnson is a YouTuber here on YouTube, and she does makeup videos, and I'm pretty sure she's a celebrity makeup artist, and she does makeup and vlogs and stuff like that. So I'll link her channel down below, and all of the new polishes come with a limited edition Kandee Johnson sticker on them, and then it says vintage matte or sugar under it depending on the finish of the polish. These are exclusive to Walgreens right now. I don't know if they're going to be released anywhere else yet, but I did have to go to 3 different Walgreens to find these, so if you're having a hard time, don't worry, there is a store locator on the Sinful Colors website that shows you what Walgreens is supposed to be selling them, and I emphasize supposed to be because sometimes they don't have the display out yet, so you need to call before you plan to go get these to make sure they have them out. So I did go to 2 different Walgreens, and then I went home and just called it a day. Looked up on their website that there was one selling them nearby, so I went to that one, and they did have them. They are still $1.99. They did not up the price at all. The first shade I have is Whipped Frosting. Whipped Frosting is just a white with a super subtle iridescent flash of gold shimmer going throughout it. All of these polishes have this shimmer going throughout it with the exception of Candy Hearts and Confetti, but since they dry matte, it doesn't really show up on the nail that well. You'll have to forgive my little indentation there. I don't know when that happened, but I'll have to let it grow out before I file it back. These are matte polishes, so they are naturally going to be a little bit difficult to work with, and you can already see it's a little bit patchy on the first coat. Most of these I didn't have trouble with, but you'll see later which ones were troubling. After 2 coats, you can still see it's a little bit patchy in the center, so I'm going to have to add a 3rd coat. I can't zoom in any further, but I don't know if you can tell that there is a flash of shimmer, but I really have to put my face super close to it in order to see it, but it is there. So here's 3 coats of Whipped Frosting. In my swatch photo I only needed 2, and I must warn you that my swatch photos are not the best quality. They were taken at 2 AM, so I apologize the state of my cuticles. So this is Strawberry Milk, a pastel pink with a flash of gold shimmer. You should all know that I love my pinks, so it pains me to know that this one was a pain in the butt to work with. You can see it's super patchy on the first coat. My camera is showing it a little lighter than it actually is, and in the swatch photo it kind of washed it out. It's really just a tint or 2 darker than the bottle shade. It's going to take 3 to 4 coats to smooth it out and make it even. I would recommend using a glossy top coat on this one just to make the process easier, and then adding a matte top coat on it afterwards if you want it matte again. I love this color, but it's so difficult to work with that I'm gonna have to pass on it. I don't want to be too negative on this collection, so let's get to the ones that I actually loved. This is Candy Hearts, a pastel cornflower blue that I absolutely love. Shades of blue such as this one are amazing, and when this one dries, it looks even more stunning. The formula on this is amazing. You only need 2 coats, and it's not as thick as whipped frosting or strawberry milk, so it evens itself out wonderfully. Also, once it dries, it's not completely matte. It has more of like a waxy look to it, almost like candy melts, so I would say it has a satin matte finish. If you love blues, you're going to love this one. Next up is Kanfetti, which is this matte glitter topper that has pink, mint, blue, and white glitter pieces in it. It 100% reminds me of cake or donut sprinkles, making this a fun topper. Here I'm applying it over candy hearts since it matches the base colors, but honestly it would probably look cute on anything, even on its own. The glitter is very base heavy and you do have to fish a little, but otherwise I had no issues with it at all. Mint Chip is a minty green with just a smidgen of blue to it. It has that flash of gold shimmer going throughout it as well. The formula is very similar to Candy Hearts and it's easy to work with. Also, between this one and Pin Up Pink, they are the only two I could really see the glitter show through the matte finish. You can't see it very well, but it shows up on these two more than the others. It's patchy on the first coat, but you only need 2 coats. It also has that satin finish rather than the pure matte finish. Pin Up Pink is a hot Barbie pink. Formula is amazing and very easy to work with. The shimmer shows up better than the other polishes in this set, but it's difficult to see unless you're really looking for it. This is the consistency I wish Strawberry Milk had, because I like the shade of that pink a little bit more, but because this one is pink, it's an automatic favorite for me. The last shade is Pink Velvet, which is basically the same color as Pin Up Pink, but with texture. It also has a strong gold shimmer going throughout it, but since it dries matte and textured, it doesn't show up well at all, unfortunately. It's much stronger than the other shimmers in the polishes. The formula is easy to work with, but I know textures are either love or hate. I personally love them only if they have glitter in the texture with them. If they're textured creams, they just kinda look odd to me. You're gonna only need 2 coats with this one. Once it's dry, it's not a super gritty texture like the Sugar Crushins from Sinful Colors last year, and it's even smoother than the Sally Hansen Sugar Coat polishes, which I'm showing right here, which dried very, very rough. This is a very soft texture, and I think they would be great for an accent nail, but I wouldn't wear it as a full manicure. So that was the first wave of the Kandee Johnson Sinful Colors polishes. I have read there will be 24 in total for her collection that will continuously roll out over the next few months. If you're having trouble finding them, don't worry, they're supposed to be released to other retailers as time passes. However, you don't necessarily need them if you're just looking for a pastel collection, as they have multiple shades in their core line that you can mattify to achieve the same effect. Here I'm showing China Glazes, Something Sweet compared to Strawberry Milk. As you can see, Strawberry Milk is just a little bit darker, but if you mattify Something Sweet, you're probably going to get the same effect. Overall, my favorites from this collection are Candy Hearts, Pinup Pink, and Kanfetti. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!